Wait, don't panic.
Yo, welcome. So, I wanted to go over a very specific topic that for some reason was hard for me to figure out, and I wanted to try to make something for absolute beginners or as a refresher in case you need to see this again. So, what is the bump when EV training, right? So, the bump is this like magical number that you hit when you EV train that gives you 2 stat points for one transition of EVs. So 8 at level 50, right? So let me just show you this so you can see what I'm talking about, right? So at 4 you get the 1 stat point, and then we're gonna slowly creep up. Now again, this only works on your natured stat, so it's not gonna work on your HP here, right? It's not gonna work on your defense. It's gonna work only on the attack stat because it's natured. So it's got the nature boost. So 4 40 or 71, 72, 73, 74, and then 76. So that's the first bump that we find when EV training this Tyranitar. I just chose Tyranitar because it's one of my favorite Pokemon. So the next time that you're going to see a bump is 80 EVs from now. So how that works, we're just going to count another 80 EVs, right? So the 124. So we're gonna go all the way. So should be creeping up on it now, and right there. You see that? 185 to 187. So what does this mean? Like, why is this good for us, right? So the idea is, if you run your damage calcs, say you want to pick up a Chi-Yu with a 2-hit KO from a rock slide with this Tyranitar, right? And you say you run the calc, and there's no difference between having 44 EVs, you're still going to pick up the 2-hit KO, versus the 124, or the 124 EVs where you still pick up a 2-hit KO, right? So effectively, you're wasting EVs, in that if that's what you're trying to accomplish, like if you're trying to accomplish a 2-hit KO on a Chi-Yu with a rock slide, then all you need is 44 EVs, right? There might be other damage calcs that you need more EVs for, or whatever it is you want to do. But what this allows you to do is, okay, I hit this magical threshold where the effective EVs that I put into my Pokemon allow me to accomplish the goal while being able to invest more in speed, let's say, right? If you're running Tailwind and you want to make sure that you outspeed, you hit that 206 number, right? You can put 172 here, Tailwind. You can put the rest in bulk. You put the rest in bulk, and you suddenly, let's make this an even number just for simplicity's sake. So, right, you can invest the rest in bulk. You have an assault vest, you have a bunch of HP, you have a little bit of defense, and you basically try to maximize the amount of EVs that you put on your Pokemon such that you can live more hits and dish out the same or just about the same amount of damage, the effective damage that you deal, right? So this is actually really cool. And just to show you guys some really interesting like things, right? So let's look at this Fluttermane. When do we see the bump? Right, base 135, modest, and we're just gonna go until we find the bump. 74, 76. So we hit the 176 number with 36 EVs with a modest nature, base 135, right? Let's compare this to like a Golden Go, base 133. So we would expect the bump to be somewhere around the same area, probably a little more, right? Modest. So 71, 72, 73, 74, 76. So 52 EVs on a Fluttermane versus Raging Bolt has a base 137 special attack stat. And the bump is going to be probably less, right? 74, 76. So with 20 EVs on a Raging Bolt, you have the same exact special attack stat as a Golden Go with 52 EVs modest, and a Fluttermane with 36 EVs modest, right? So what does that mean? That means that Fluttermane takes more EVs than a Raging Bolt, to have the same special attack stat, but Raging Bolt can be a lot bulkier. Obviously, Raging Bolt's got other stats, right? But you can effectively have the same damage output, raw damage output, from a Raging Bolt with 20 EVs as a Flutter Mane with 36 EVs with the same nature and being able to do the same exact thing. So that's how you find the bump, right? And again, it's every 80 EVs. So if we count 80 EVs from here, the next bump, let's see, we're at 36. So right at 87. So 85 to 87, you'll see that next bump. Golden Go is going to go from 85 to 87 with 132. And Raging Bolt's going to go right there with 100. So just to show you guys how to find the bump. So again, you need to have the nature put on the stat that you want to find the bump at, and you want to find it by slowly scrolling from the very beginning. So after the first 4, you're going to find it as soon as you see it hit 2 stat points. So again, 174 to 176, and then you can just count 80 EVs from there. So cool thing is you can maximize more bulk, right, to effectively accomplish the same kind of damage stuff. Obviously, this isn't a good EV spread. Like, don't take this at all. But I just wanted to show you guys like how to find the bump, because for some reason that was like really hard for me to find. So I thought I'd make it easy for you. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.